Okay, let's talk about a really complicated issue here on a Monday. Water is life, and controlling the use of it comes with heightened stakes. Agricultural operations across Idaho, they depend on water to stay in business and to provide us with things we need, like food and supplies. But what if there isn't enough water to go around? The director of the Idaho Department of Water Resources issued an order on May 30th to curtail or shut off groundwater rights that are junior or more recent to March 31st, 1954, in certain groundwater districts. This is because the identified districts, 4 of them at first, they are failing to comply with the approved mitigation plans to address the status of nearly 74,000 acre-feet of water to senior surface water users. So this comes down to groundwater and surface water. Let's dive in. There's a long-standing conflict between surface water users, who tend to have more senior water rights, and groundwater users, who have more junior rights. The major conflict right now is over rights to the eastern Snake Plain aquifer. The groundwater users, having their water cut off, say that they are now in dire straits, but there are laws protecting the senior rights of surface water users. Idaho follows the prior appropriation doctrine of first in time, first in right for water rights. Senior priority water rights get their water fulfilled first. That's followed by junior water rights. And if there's not enough water to fill all the water rights, the junior users can potentially be curtailed. So the problem, the eastern Snake Plain aquifer has been declining since the 1950s as groundwater pumping increased for irrigation. This has reduced aquifer levels and spring flows that feed surface water sources. The issues between surface and groundwater users created the development of a methodology or a measurement to determine material injury or impact to those senior water users. The methodology plan has been implemented for several years to evaluate water supply and crop need conditions to determine the magnitude of the impact to the senior surface water users. An agreement was finalized in 2016 between surface water and groundwater groups. It required groundwater reductions of 240,000 acre-feet per year, or 13% across the region by groundwater districts. But now, some groundwater districts are looking to follow an older 2009 mitigation plan involving the delivery of shortage water to the Surface Water Coalition instead. There's a dispute over how it's all calculated, and this year, the director of the Idaho Department of Water Resources calculated that there would be a shortage in the Twin Falls Canal Company's senior water surface, and that's users of 74,100 acre-feet of water. So IDWR notified junior groundwater users back on May 10th that they would need to show how they will mitigate for the water shortfall. Non-compliant groundwater users were given 15 days from May 30th to join a compliant district to avoid the curtailment or the shutoff. Some say this isn't a possibility at this point in the season. Others say this is simply the rules. Again, first in time, first in right is the law of the land in the Gem State. Very complicated stuff, and I wanted to add that Governor Little's office says that from the original 4 curtailments, 2 more groundwater districts became compliant back on Thursday with an approved mitigation plan. We aren't sure, though, specifically which 2, but it gives them safe harbor from the curtailment or the cutoff. And I was working on this today to try to get an answer, and sources close to negotiations between the camps tell me that there are significant talks ongoing today to address the issue. And the hope from my sources is that they will have a solution across the board soon. We will find out.